Hi everybody, this is Dr. Weideman, and this short video will help you get comfortable and familiar with our Blackboard course and also the MyStatLab course. So let's explore the Blackboard course first. So on the course homepage, you'll see announcements. I'll post one each week on what you're going to be working on. There's a welcome announcement this week. On the left toolbar, let's click on Getting Started. And here you have a message welcome you to the class, this message that you're watching right now. There's a video here on how to register in MyMathLab. Or actually, that's a handout. There's also a link to this video that you're watching right now. Let's go ahead and click on the syllabus link right below it. And so here's the syllabus for the course. You want to make sure that you read that. There's a syllabus quiz that you have to do in the course. You also want to take a look at the schedule of weekly assignments right here. So there's a little, you might want to print this out. It's a calendar that shows each week what we cover, the homework, the quizzes, the discussions, and the due dates and so forth. So you might want to print that out. That would be really helpful. Back in the syllabus, the required course materials, you need to buy the MyLab Statistics with Pearson eText. It's called an access code. There's the ISBN. You can purchase it from the Life University bookstore. You can also purchase it directly from Pearson during the registration process, or you can look around on your own. There's the ISBN. You want to make sure you get the 18-week code. You're also going to need some kind of a calculator for the course, not an expensive calculator. If you have a TI-83 or 84, you can use that. If you need to buy one, the TI-30-XA is a great calculator. It should cost less than $10. All right, let's take a look now. We're going down here, faculty. This is a link, tells you about me, and there's a little video introducing you to me, telling you about me. And let's look at the weekly lessons. So these are set up in weeks. So let's just take a look at one of the weekly folders, like week 1. Actually, let's look at week 2. So there'll be an introduction. The learning outcomes will be listed there. There'll be a short little welcome video for the week. Here's your activities and assignments. These are the handouts that go with the sections that we cover in the eText. There's a link to your discussion that you'll do that week. There's a link to StatCrunch videos for the weeks where we use StatCrunch, which is a software package in the MyStatLab course, and I'll show you that when we go over there. You'll have videos here that show you how to use StatCrunch to work the types of problems you're going to see that week in the class. And let's go through the registration process now for MyMathLab. So to get registered in MyMathLab, on the left toolbar, you're going to click on MyMathLab. And the very first time you do it, it'll ask you to agree to their user agreement. And you're going to click here, go to the course right here. And it's going to ask you what you want to do to register. So you have 3 options here. You can put in an access code if you've already purchased it right here. You can purchase an access code, and you only need to purchase the 18-week code right here. Or if you're waiting for financial aid, you can go ahead and register right now without paying, and it will be good for 14 days. You will have to pay eventually. But let's go ahead and click that option for right now. And I'm going to have temporary access. It'll just take a minute to get registered. All right, and then it'll say you have temporary access. It tells you when it expires, and then you're going to go to the course. All right, so here's what the course looks like. And when you first come in, you have a calendar. Let's go to, I'm a month ahead right now when your course starts, but your first set of assignments are due on April 9th, and you see little dots up here for homework, and then there's a dot for the quiz that's due for the first week. On the left toolbar, you have access to your assignments right here. I'm going to talk about those. So your assignments are listed on the assignments page. I've linked the section of the textbook and then any videos or activities that go with that section. These are not graded, but a lot of students like to watch videos and also work on the little interactive activities. And then your homework are here listed with a due date and time. I wanted to point out that in order for you to take the test, you have to get at least 60% on each of the homeworks in that unit, in that chapter. And there's a little green flag that'll keep track for you of where you're at and which sections you still need to work on. Over here, StatCrunch, I'll talk about that in a minute. Each of the weeks here is set up like the weeks that we have in our course, and I've set it up so that if you want to go to the eText this way, you have the ability to do that here. Each of the sections of the eText are available over here. You can see the video presentation in the eText. Let's see, so let's go over to let's go back to the assignments, and let me show you one of the homework problems where you're going to use the StatCrunch. So let's go to 2.2. Let's pick a homework here. So I'll just pick one randomly. So in your homework, right, so for this one, you don't really need to use StatCrunch. You want to get to one where you're actually going to open up. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find one when I want to. Let's see. All right, never mind. Let's go to chapter 3 because I know there's some up there. I want to show you what happens when you're going to be using StatCrunch and then also the other tools that are available. So let's go to chapter 3 because I know there's ones here where you need to use StatCrunch. All right, so let's open up a problem here. And so here's the problem. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. And it says find the mean, median, and mode mid-range for the data and then answer the given question. All right, so when you're working on a problem where you're going to use the StatCrunch, right next to it, there's going to be a little icon here. And if you click on that, you can open the data set up right in StatCrunch. And StatCrunch looks a lot like Excel. And again, there's videos for you. And also in the section handouts, I've got screenshots on how to use Excel. And also there's a handout in each chapter that goes through the commands. So to do a mean, you would go to Stat, Summary Stats on the columns, select the columns, and then let's just say we just wanted to calculate the mean. And StatCrunch does all the computational work for you. So it's a really nice little program, very user-friendly. Now, what I also wanted to show you on homework problems is you've got an option here called Get More Help. Help Me Solve It will help you solve this exact problem. When you get finished, it'll regenerate to a new problem with new data. View an Example will solve a similar problem, but when you get finished, you'll go back to the original problem. This problem actually has a video that is associated with what you're doing in the problem. This will take you to the section of the textbook. This would take you to StatCrunch, which you can get to this way over here, which is a better way because the data will load right into the software. And then Tech Help, I would not advise using that because it's going to give you technical help for Excel, for R, for a whole bunch of different statistical programs. And I think you'll get confused if you click on that. And then Ask My Instructor, you can click on this and send me, it'll send me the exact problem you're working on. And please send me a note about why you're having trouble, and then I'll send you an email or video back with help on how to solve that particular problem. Let's see, what else was I going to go over? So we talked about that. We talked about StatCrunch. So last thing I just wanted to say, in the course, you do have a proctored midterm and a proctored final that will be proctored. They'll be given in the Blackboard course. And you'll be using Proctorio for those. And there will be a Proctorio sample test that you can take as we get closer to. That's in week 5 of the course is when you take your midterm. And I have in there actually a preparation quiz to help you get ready. And there's also a Proctorio sample test so you can try out Proctorio, make sure that you understand how it works. And then there's also a proctored final at the end of the course. Okay, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, reach out for help, and I look forward to working with you this semester.